Everybody, this is the third training video that we're doing. Sorry it's been a little while. We're going to do two things briefly in this video. First, we're going to do a hair pull because I forgot in the last one with Kevin to do hair pulls. We just did the grab and the bite, so we're going to quickly show you the hair pull, how to get out of a hair pull, and I'm just going to talk about one other thing, our 2-to-1 policy. So first of all, a hair pull. Pam, since she has long hair, is our willing volunteer. But first, Pam is going to grab my hair, and by the way, the best way to avoid a hair pull is to buzz your hair and just get rid of it. But if you're a female especially, you're going to have long hair probably. So first Pam's going to grab my hair from the front. So say you're walking and somehow somebody gets a hand on your hair. Similar to the bite, you first you secure it so that she can't move her hand, all right? Because otherwise, if she can move her hand, she's, my hair and probably some scalp is going to go with it. So I'm going to secure it first, and then similar to the bite, I'm actually going to push in and use leverage. Push in and push down. So as I push in and push down, what happens to your hand, Pam?
It releases.
It releases. Because again, the closer your hand is to your body, but also the further down, the harder it is to keep a fist. So one more time, quickly, she's going to grab from the front. I'm going to secure it first, and then step in and step down and away. Now, it's a little trickier for if it's from the back. So Pam has long hair, and in the back, say somebody just runs up to Pam and grabs her hair right here. Pam's going to do the same thing in securing the hand, but unless she's a gymnast, she probably doesn't have as good of opportunity for leverage. So Pam is going to simply keep this here as secure and as long as she can and call for help.
Help!
So Pam's going to ask for help, and then somebody can come in and then, kind of as a team, help, release the hand. So one more time, if I grab in the back, she's going to secure the hand and call for help, and that's it. Okay, so the other thing I want to briefly talk about is our 2-to-1 policy, and just a reminder of what our 2-to-1 policy means. What does that mean, 2-to-1? It means that in any space where there is a ministry participant who has special needs, and this is true across the church for children's ministry and for student ministries, anyone that's under 18, but for our ministry we really stretch it across anybody who has special needs, that if you're in a space as small as a closet or as big as the worship center, there should always be at least 2 volunteers present, even if it's just one person who has special needs that's there. We need 2 volunteers, and the 3 reasons for that is number 1, it obviously protects the participant, but 2, it protects you, the volunteer, and number 3, it protects the church as a whole. And you've probably all heard me tell this story about one of the biggest churches in our country, pretty close to us, that had this happen in their special needs ministry, where a volunteer took a child out for a walk break, which is something we do often. And after the service, the child made accusations against the volunteer to his parents. And here's the thing, you stop the story right there, and already damage done to the family, damage done to that volunteer, that whether or not he did it or not, that's still damage done. And number 3, damage done to the church. And so we can protect all of those facets by adhering as close as we can to this policy. Now here's the thing, it's tricky. Sometimes it takes creativity, especially in this ministry, because you probably do have more breaks, where somebody just needs to get out and take a walk, or go to the restroom, and maybe even need assistance in the restroom. That's a key area where we need 2 volunteers. While I'm talking about restroom, here in Dyer, here's kind of the way we do it. If somebody is independent enough, especially a lot of the teens and adults from the blue room, if they're independent enough using the restroom, so it can just take 1 volunteer to just stand at the door Because if you're standing at the door, you're in the open, and it's safe. And then you at least know you can at least talk from the doorway to the individual if they need help. And if they do need help, try to get somebody to go and help them. Obviously, even if it's a young child, maybe a young boy who would need assistance in the restroom, we're not going to take him into the women's restroom with two women. What we're going to do is we have the green rooms here, which are kind of individualized bathrooms where you can do that, and you could even have one male and one female volunteer in that space, and that's okay. But we want to give that person dignity to not have to go into a restroom that they don't belong in. Does that make sense? So there's that piece, but like I say, it takes creativity sometimes, but I can't encourage us enough to just be as intentional as we can about it. And thank you. I mean, we haven't run into really any issues at all, and you guys are so good with this, and just want to keep talking about it and keep reminding us all about it. So thanks for all you do, and have an awesome week.